In 1977, NASA took advantage of a planetary alignment that happens exactly once every 175 years. This rare geometry allowed them to launch two spacecraft, Voyager 1 and Voyager 2, using the gravity of Jupiter and Saturn to slingshot them deep into space. By 2012, Voyager 1 reached a boundary called the heliopause, the absolute edge where our sun's solar wind stops. Crossing that line made it the farthest man-made object in history. Fastened to both spacecraft is a payload designed to outlive our solar system entirely, a 12-inch gold-plated copper disc called the Golden Record. Strapping a message to a rocket is a simple mechanical task. The challenge is ensuring that an alien intelligence, assuming one ever finds it, can actually interpret what we sent. The instructions etched on the outside of the record are so dense and abstract that if you showed them to people on Earth today, 9 out of 10 would likely have no idea what they represent. Any extraterrestrial civilization that intercepts this probe is receiving a massive cognitive test. They must solve a highly complex interstellar puzzle just to say hello. Before hearing a single note, an alien species must physically construct a playback device from scratch. The cover diagrams illustrate a stylus tracing a spiral groove to produce vibrations. To get playback speed right, they must translate a ring of binary code, calculating rotation time using a hydrogen atom's transition state. If they get the machine spinning, the first layer of decrypted audio reveals spoken greetings in 55 different Earth languages, along with a formal welcome from the President of the United States. They'll also find a recorded message from the United Nations, offering a unified voice on behalf of the planet. The disc holds 21 tracks of sounds from Earth, like rolling thunderstorms, calls of wild chimpanzees, and a speeding train, followed by 28 pieces of music, ranging from classical Beethoven to Indian ragas. They won't speak our languages, but the mathematical ratios embedded in our musical scales and acoustic patterns serve as proof that the species who made this possesses intelligent design. But beyond the music and the spoken greetings, some of those audio tracks contain completely hidden visual data. This diagram illustrates the data limits of 1977. The Voyager onboard computers had exactly 69 kilobytes of total memory. A single smartphone photo today takes up about 5 megabytes, meaning digital image storage was impossible. To bypass this, NASA engineers projected 115 images onto a screen, recorded them with a television camera, and converted those analog video signals directly into audio waveforms. To see the photos, the aliens must treat a specific track of static as raw data. By cutting the continuous audio waveform into individual segments and stacking them vertically, they reconstruct a two-dimensional grid. If they succeed, the very first image they decode is a simple black and white circle. This is a calibration test, included just so they know they have the aspect ratio right when the circle appears perfectly round. From there, the visual encyclopedia begins with universal constants. The images displayed basic mathematical definitions and the physical structure of our DNA. Next are biological baselines. This diagram shows the chemical makeup of Earth's atmosphere, noting that it contains 78. These 115 images provide a visual encyclopedia of Earth. Reconstructing them requires the aliens to recognize patterns across different sensory mediums, translating sound back into sight. So, what are the actual odds that an extraterrestrial civilization possesses the exact combination of traits needed to pass this test? The prerequisites are strict. They must experience linear time to understand an audio playback speed. They need visual eyesight to perceive the decoded image grid, and they must share our foundational understanding of physics. Without matching our astrophysics, they will never be able to read this radial map. Those 14 lines show the position of our sun relative to known pulsars, serving as a galactic address to locate Earth. But if they do possess these traits, and they do solve the entire puzzle, the portrait of humanity they uncover is deeply incomplete. Look at the 115 images again, and you'll notice what NASA intentionally left out. There is absolutely no mention of war, poverty, disease, or global conflict. Because of these omissions, the Golden Record is not an objective documentary of human history. It is a highly curated, highly idealized self-portrait. As the probe drifts further away from our solar system, it travels in complete isolation, destined to float through the dark for billions of years. Ultimately, it doesn't matter if the record is ever found or decoded. It serves as a permanent monument to our optimism, capturing not exactly who we were, but the peaceful, curious species we ultimately aspire to be.